It's Kellen, and today, you guys, this might go in diversified game. It might go on Kellen Cash, work break conversations, rants, whatever. But what I do want to do is talk about my brother Jacob, and he's back. And I want to talk about, Jacob, any new updates that you may have with your land investment in Nigeria. Full disclosure, people. I was talking to Jacob. He did, when we first met, paid me. We had talked about some things. He even gave me a plot of land for free. But with full disclosure, I then bought 3 different plots from him, leased them. And so, I believe in the mission. And this was also wife approved. So for those of you who say, man, I don't know if my wife will approve it, it definitely was wife approved, so things can run smooth. But Jacob, man, give us the game. What's new, or what's up with the land investment?
Yeah, so thank you for having me on today. So land investment, agricultural investment, however you want to look at it, we're investing in rural Africa. Just a background for people who are not familiar with the project. What we're basically doing is taking land that people own, but they don't have the finances to make money off of it. This is a very arable land. It can produce a lot of food, but they don't have the money for seeds, fertilizers, tractor, labor, anything like that. So what we're doing is we either buy or rent the land from these families, and then we employ basically the younger generations of these families to work on them. So those people that have a job when they didn't have a job before, and then we split the profits at the end. So if you are to sponsor a plot of land or a hectare of land, then you get 70% of the profits from that land, and then the rest is split between the company and the family. So that's the project that we have going on right now. We have 80 hectares under management. It's quite an accomplishment. We started from nothing, and it caught on. And, I'm happy to be doing it. We have quite a few updates since the last time I was on Kellen's show. We have not started planting because the rain is starting to fall around different places in the country, but our farm was just missed. So we have maize or corn, depending on where you are in the world, coming in a few days. We have cassava coming in a few days. We already have palms that are ready to go into the ground. Little seedlings or saplings, however you want to put it, that are ready to go into the ground. And we have other plants that we're ready to put into the ground, like 20 minutes away from the farm. But because the ground is not ready for it yet, we're still waiting. And we have a few challenges have come up, but I'm sure Kellen will have a bunch of questions for his audience. But I can walk you through the challenges if you want to.
Well, not to give too much, because some of the challenges can be cultural things, and folks might not understand that. Some folks don't understand if you are in certain countries, whether it be African or Asian or wherever, even giving the police $1 to get them out of your hair. And people say, oh, see, I'm not down with the bribery. And so thank God we don't have to deal with those things. But, there are some cultural village, township things you have to deal with. And if folks really want to know about that, I think they should come on and ask more questions. But the questions I do have are more for the haters who say, how do I know this isn't 4190? And why didn't you? And, there's always somebody who's over savvy, a know-it-all, who will say, oh, you should have known that you could not have planted now, but I wanted my investment to start when you planted, not when you took my money. Not, and those type of people don't think, but what if it was the perfect time to plant and you would have benefited? But if you can talk about how the rain impacts and just how you want this to work, and that you want people to profit, and talk about what the profit could look like, and please lowball it so nobody says, I thought I was going to get this money plus $1 extra. Because our people, if you tell them a price, they're just going to, hold you to it, not understanding investment can go up or down. You could make more money possibly.
Yeah, so the time frame that we're giving everybody is that we plan on starting to harvest It depends on the rain and everything, but we're planning on starting like late October all the way through December. But just in terms of profits, so basically what we're doing now is like if we look at all the prices of everything that we have to pay, we're charging 300. That'll cover the price of getting the land up into the shape, other labor costs, transportation for the workers, transportation for the crops to go into the ground, our legal fees. And you also mentioned about how do you know it's not 409? Well, we're a registered company. We have, you can look us up with the Bureau of, what is it? The Business Commission. We have a number and everything. You can look us up. We do everything above board, and just knowing the reputation that certain African countries have, we want to be as transparent as possible. So I give regular updates and everything, and get pictures. But yeah, so depending on the rain, like basically you have to follow the seasons. It's not in other places in the world, like not like America. Rain and just basically weather, everything is like clockwork according to nature's time. So you need to follow the seasons, and in the past it would be just a few people who would know, like, all right, we're gonna have this festival and then we're gonna plant. So like these things follow a time period, because if the ground is not ready for the crops, you'll put it in, they'll shrivel up and they'll die. So the best thing to do is say, all right, well, this is Africa. We're gonna do it in African time. When it's ready, and then that's how we go. So that's basically it.
And what are you gonna do? Because African time, it's a great time because it's God's timing. But there are some people who say, well, I signed a contract and you said I had a year. So what if I go, it takes to get a profit a year and 3 months. What is the company going to do? Are they going to then tell me it's Africa time and I still get my investment, even if I don't want to reinvest? Which would be a foolish thing, folks, if you make a profit or even get your money back, when you get your money back, to not reinvest, because it's not a ton of money. But I want you to be able to answer those questions, because there's always at least one hater in a bunch who tries to spoil it for everybody.
That's fine. We have money in an account ready at the very least to be able to pay people back. Because the other thing that, and like I said, is like one of the challenges that we're going to have is selling everything at once. But we have money set aside that at the very minimum, the money that you send to us, we're going to send back to you plus the profit. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's 300, and then we hope to give you back minimum 700. So you're more than doubling your money. The max amount, I'm not going to say. I would love to bless everybody. but yeah, so I have a Gambian friend who's basically like, if you're buying land, you need to plant cassava. I thought about it. I was like, yeah, you know what? It's a staple food. Everybody eats it. There are multiple ways of eating it. You can process it several different ways. Yeah, it's the thing that we have to do. And then on top of that, we're going to be intercropping with corn and soy. Do 2 rounds of corn and a round of soy. So we're going to have money on hand before the harvest. So don't worry. Don't worry. We'll have money ready. It's just we need to think about, okay, what do we do when we have like the bulk of the crop? And like that's a logistical problem, but there's always a solution to it.
Yes, and I want to. Jacob won't be able to do this because it's not in his personality, but I'll brag on him. Jacob is a very sharp banker background, technical background. He can even do music and editing. The guy is uber talented. If he was going to get you out of money, it wouldn't be in this little amount. His brain can think of 10 other things right now to say, look, I'm going to, look like Man Kivo or somebody who's finessing publicly or online, right? But with that and giving this money, is there any benefit, do you think, especially for Americans who may want to say, I'm looking at residency in Nigeria. and maybe even further down the road, citizenship, doing it the right way. Do you know, and if you don't know, it's fine, if them having an investment in Nigeria can help them get that?
So actually, I talked to my lawyer about this. I'm told that it can help, but these things are always blurry, especially in countries like Nigeria. Uh, so I know personally know of people who have done things like this, and the law itself. I've read articles about the law. I don't know the specifics of the law, but I know that showing that you're committed and you have ties will definitely help. One of the things that we're doing, we've been informed by the community that we're working with that they want us to build them a road. And like we agree with them, like we're gonna need to get our product out of the village there's one of the federal exchanges is like 20 minutes down the road, but we need to get onto the main road to get to the exchange to like sell our product. So yeah, we agree we're gonna build them a road and everything. But imagine if you go to the Department of Immigration and say, hey, you know what? I've been invested and I own this plot of land, or I've been leasing this plot of land, and this is what I did in this village. I think that helps your cause. It's not going to hurt your cause. But I'm not sure. Look, I'll just couch in. Like I really don't know what the specifics are, but where there's a will, there's a way, and yeah, you can definitely open up doors if you want to.
Got you. And we have to then too brag on people like Dinah Samir, who he got his citizenship going to Nigeria so many times, and his thing is tourism, bringing the tourism, and he's brought tourists there, and so he's done a lot for Black Americans who may never have heard of Nigeria and showing. So if he did that, and then you can kind of show that you have this land, and other deals will come, I'm sure, knowing Jacob, that other deals will come and you can get a hold of it. What do you think after this? You have a system. Do you already have a plan for the next phase, and like saying, well, then you can give 2,000 or 10,000, or maybe I'm even going to sell land in Nigeria, maybe in not this part of Nigeria, because I know you said this is one of those parts where English isn't the language, and most people aren't going to learn a native dialect or language in Nigeria. They're just not. But where do you think this will go?
Yeah, so there are several things that I'd like to do, but definitely getting more land, because agriculture is going to be the industry of the next, I would say, next 2-3 decades. Just look at what Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos are doing in terms of farmland in the U.S. So the next phase is basically to find more land in different areas. I know Ogun State is another state where they're very big on agriculture. They have a lot of land, and but with these things, we have to go into it using a lot of wisdom, right? So in this area, I'm able to I have a lot of connections. I have a lot of trust with people because I know them personally. I've worked with them in the past, and some of them are related to me. So there's different ties that I have. So I definitely know that I can trust several people, and then on top of that, I have a lawyer. but then in other areas, I have to we need to if we're able to branch out from what we're doing. We can definitely look into selling land and getting people to work on the land directly. But yeah, that's definitely the next phase, is to for restorations, agricultural projects. So we want to buy more land, the same model where we say, hey, buy or rent. It doesn't even need to be buying it. Hey, we'll give you this amount of money. We'll train your younger family members on how to work the land, and then your family will have money for the coming generation. Because these are things that people used to know how to do, or used to have the resources to do, and then something happened, and now they no longer have the resources to work the land that they used to work before. So or the kids have now, the people who used to work the land have now gone to the city, and they're working jobs where they're not getting salary for a year and a half. So, these are little tiny things that can really help build these rural villages and provide food, because that's one of the things that I think is going to be either a problem or a blessing for people. If you have corn and everyone else is starving, a food shortage is not the worst thing in the world.
And what can the people, some folks will do this because they say, oh, they have a savior's mentality for Africa and they need something to put on their wall, maybe. Maybe they need something to show to the government in all fairness. But what do you give the people as far as a receipt? Because, when I sent the money, because of our relationship, I don't even know, like, if I read the document, right? I'm just like, I know my wife did. Or maybe I know she did. But I might have glazed over it. But do you send any certificate or anything where people can say, hey, I am leasing land and I'm helping with jobs? Again, I just got to throw that out. If not, maybe it's something we do.
Yeah, so you get an invoice and a contract that says that you're leasing land, what the terms of it are, what jurisdiction it's under, that we're going to get insurance, what amount we're expecting to pay you back. So you get a contract like that says what your rights are and what everyone's obligations are. So yeah, it's very straightforward. It's actually, like, I try to keep it as simple as possible. It's very simple. You give us money, we hire a person, give them crops, and teach them what to do, and we try to keep it as, like, eco and human friendly as possible.
Okay, no, I love it, and it might have to do some certificates. If folks had, like, shiny certificates or plaques that they print out.
Yeah, we can do a plaque.
Yeah, but they gotta print it out. Like, they're not giving that much money where you can afford to give everyone a plaque.
I'm doing at cost. Like, the money that we're gonna make is on the back end. So like, if if you want a plaque, we can. Send something. We'll get a design for you.
Yeah, or a virtual plaque. We'll make like an NFT plaque.
There you go.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. You guys, we're gonna take the conversation offline, and because we're just gonna talk like men do. And you guys be blessed by the game. If you want more information, links will be in the description box. If for some reason Jacob's link and you say I still need more info, feel free to reach out to me wherever you see this. I'll definitely connect you. We want this to be a blessing, not just for Africa, but for those who want to really connect with Africa. So thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, thank you for having me.